shut out Memphis 2-0. Stats were fairly similar. You're equal on corners. You had a 14-10 advantage in shots. Your impressions, overall thoughts about how your team played?
I thought they played very well. We were able to hold the ball, move the ball through the thirds, maintain possession, had a couple of good opportunities at goal. I think that a little bit unfortunate on Andrew Morales' goal, or shot on goal. They should have finished it, but we generated a number of opportunities. That's what we're talking about, and talking about that training that we had to do, and we did generate a number of good opportunities, just didn't finish.
Won 5 of your last 6. You have a tie in there as well. Overall, your thoughts about the way your team is playing as you're getting into the real meat in the conference schedule?
Well, it's a grind. It's grind. You got to every day you got to come out to play. You're getting midweek games are difficult. We got a very difficult opponent in Temple. You're playing in a different area of the country. Got to fly and travel, quick turnaround. But that's conference play, so you just got to get used to it and get on with it and get as many points as you can from each game. Getting 3 points was great. Getting a clean sheet was even better, and we're very happy with the result.
When you go on a little bit of a streak like this, winning 5 out of 6, a couple of shutouts, 3 shutouts in that stretch, I know you always say it's a one game at a time approach,
yeah.
But how important is that momentum to your team?
Well, I mean, you always want positive momentum anytime you can get it, especially when you're going into conference play. But you just got to take it one game at a time and prepare for each team one game at a time. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Any team, regardless of their win-loss record in the conference, can beat you. You gotta just put one foot forward and your best foot forward in each game, and deal with every condition, because you never know what it's going to be like when you're on the road.
Your team had more than twice as many shots on goal in the second half as they did in the first. What did you and the coaches talk about at halftime? Or was it just the way the game unfolded?
No, I think it's just the way the game unfolded. They were pushing to obviously get a goal, and then when we scored the second goal, then they were really pushing to get a goal, and it just made there was a lot of open spaces on the field at that point, and we were able to develop a number of opportunities.
Michael Nelson has started all 10 games for you.
Yeah.
He's got 3 shutouts.
Mm-hmm.
A year ago as a redshirt, he was sitting and watching, and he was, your second backup?
Mm-hmm.
What's the biggest difference in Michael between a year ago at this time and now?
Well, he's more confident. The team is confident in him. They've always liked him, and he's getting better and better. And he knows that there's areas that he still needs to improve on, and he's working on those every day. You
start 7 freshmen, and if you include Edie, 8 newcomers.
Yeah.
You got some votes in the top 25 poll this year, or this week. Any concern about how such a young team will handle that?
No, not really. It's not really. They know it's not really important where you're ranked in the middle of the season. It's where you end up at the end of the season, and we got a lot of work ahead, and we're going to take it one game at a time and make sure that we get every result that we can.
Speaking of the young team, it got physical in the second half.
Yeah.
Morrow got a yellow card, and then Abdul got taken down over here in the second half. Any concern about the way they handle it when teams get a little bit rough, a little physical with your guys? No,
they've been very good. They've kept their lid on and just kept competing. Usually in those games we've been ahead, so it's something you're going to have to deal with, and we want to deal with that. It's a good problem.